Greetings, esteemed chess players and FIDE leadership members. Today, we stand on the precipice of the greatest transformation in chess history. I invite you on a journey from the crisis of the classical paradigm to the birth of a three-dimensional universe, where human genius once again reclaims supremacy over soulless algorithms. Welcome to the era of Joker chess 9 by 9 by 9. Traditional chess seemed destined to fade away. In just a few hours, AlphaZero soared to perfection, demonstrating a stunning series of flawless victories, and Deep Blue even defeated Kasparov himself back in distant 1997. It seemed that soulless intelligence had mercilessly stripped this ancient game of its very spark of creativity, leaving only cold calculation. But no. There exists an astonishingly elegant solution capable of breathing new life into it. The third dimension returns strategic superiority back into human hands, transforming the familiar board into a multidimensional battlefield. Classical chess, once the pride of human intellect, has fallen to the onslaught of machines. But did we not see the looming threat? For almost 2 centuries, from Kieseritzky to the creators of cognitive chess, inquisitive minds offered their three-dimensional visions of the board. But alas, all these elaborations merely multiplied the facets of geometry, without creating a true counterweight to merciless artificial intelligence. It became clear, the time had come not just to evolve, but to completely overturn the very essence of the game. From fascinating stories recounting countless attempts and painstaking research, we make a smooth and logical transition to the very moment of the emergence of a fundamentally new universe, unique in its kind. This universe is embodied in a grandiose cube, whose dimensions are an impressive 9 by 9 by 9 cells, totaling a colossal 729 individual cells. It is noteworthy that this scale, significantly exceeding familiar standards, being a full 11 times larger compared to classic examples, is not just a quantitative change. It represents the clearest example of a dialectical law, where a simple accumulation of quantity naturally transitions into a qualitatively new level, opening up completely different horizons and possibilities before us. We see how movement works in a three-dimensional cube using the example of the king. The pieces retain the logic of classic lines, horizontals, verticals, and diagonals, but now these lines pass through all 3 axes of space. Note, the king on the first level sees the rainbow squares as accessible, but the gray squares, the Joker zones, are lethally dangerous for him. It is precisely this three-dimensional thinking that is unavailable to modern AI machines. The core and key element of the strategic innovation approach we have developed are 217 unique gray zones. These zones, skillfully and deliberately designed, form an extremely complex labyrinth, practically impenetrable by standard methods. The peculiarity of this labyrinth lies in its isolation, meaning there are no direct, predictable connections between its parts, making each of these 217 zones autonomous in its uncertainty. Within this intricate web, this forbidden and extremely restricted space, there is only one entity capable of moving freely and effectively, the Joker. It is his unique abilities and non-linear approach that allow him to navigate this chaos. This state of affairs, where only the Joker holds the key to navigation, fundamentally precludes any machine algorithms and automated systems from performing a complete enumeration of all possible variants and combinations. Thus, a crucial goal is achieved. We deliberately deprive artificial intelligence and computational power of their main advantage, the ability for exhaustive analysis. Instead, in these critically important conditions, the advantage and dominant role return to human intuition, to its ability for non-standard thinking, creativity, and decision-making in conditions of maximum uncertainty, which is the foundation of true innovation. The Joker isn't just a figure, he's the embodiment of chaos, before which algorithms capitulate. His abilities, time manipulation, absolute invulnerability, and ruthless control over all gray zones, literally shatter and tear apart the tree-like logic of AI. This isn't a direct blow, not brute force, but an elegant displacement, a subtle squeezing out of the game. This is how a human, armed with intuition and unpredictability, achieves triumph in this new dizzying dimension of chess. Prepare to be astonished. What awaits you is not just an army, but a reborn, incomparably powerful force, where every strategist commands 36 magnificent pieces. And these are no ordinary pieces. Among them are 4 jokers, capable of turning any game on its head. Forget old tactical tricks. This is a monumental enhancement that changes the very essence of the game. Imagine, on a giant board, spread across 729 squares, a battle will ignite, in which up to 144 pieces will clash simultaneously. This is not just a game, it's an unprecedented, epic, three-dimensional strategic confrontation worthy of Scheherazada's most captivating tales. Let's pit classic against new reality, and feel the pulse of battle. On the left lies the familiar 64 square board, a realm of predictability where artificial intelligence holds absolute dominion, dictating its moves. But look to the right, before you unfurls an boundless expanse of 729 squares. Here, unpredictable chaos reigns, a web of multiplayer intrigues is woven, where every move is a challenge, and every game a drama. And the most important thing to realize, this isn't just an expansion of old chess. No, this is the birth of an entirely new strategic system, a grandiose battlefield where humanity reclaims its rightful superiority, wresting supremacy from soulless algorithms. Prepare for the most exhilarating twist in modern chess history, one that will make you rethink everything. Artificial intelligence, once the unshakable and seemingly invincible monarch of the chessboard, has suddenly been dethroned. It is no longer the undisputed and absolute king. This is not just a change, it is a true tectonic shift, shattering old notions about the nature of chess genius. In fact, it is the bottomless, almost infinite abyss of combinatorial possibilities unfolding in every game, in tandem with the countless gray areas, those enigmatic, intuitively grasped positions that even the most powerful algorithms cannot fully calculate, that literally pulls human intuition out of the shadows, restoring its rightful and, crucially, decisive superiority. The human mind, this inexhaustible source of creative thought, the ability to form bold hypotheses and make decisions in the fog of incomplete information, once again regains its exceptional value and indispensability in a world that seemed destined for the total dominance of pure logic and the brutal force of computation. Now, close your eyes and imagine, for grandmasters, their gazes burning with excitement, and before them, a kaleidoscope of vibrant boards, gloomy gray zones, unexpected jokers turning the game on its head. This is no longer just familiar chess. This is a pulsating, unpredictable strategic theater, designed for a thrilling spectacle ready to captivate millions of viewers worldwide. The perfect format, as if forged for the esports era and the magic of streaming, where every game is a blockbuster. And yet, despite this daring innovation, we have, with deep respect, preserved the age-old wisdom and elegance of the immortal classic. We now turn to the most important argument. Joker chess does not destroy the classics, it inherits their DNA. The objective, the logic of the moves, the basic structure, all of this is carefully preserved. New elements add depth, but do not break the foundation. This is evolution, not a revolutionary break from tradition. This is why FIDE can accept the discipline as a natural continuation of the art of chess. We stand on the brink of a revolution that will redefine strategic games. Joker Chess 9x9x9 is not just the next step, it's a quantum leap, a universe of boundless possibilities where human genius can finally challenge even the most advanced algorithms. No more tedious repetitions, no more predictable moves. Here, every player unlocks their true potential, creating masterpieces of thought inaccessible to soulless machines. It's time for FIDE to see the light and not miss this historic opportunity. Recognizing this exciting discipline in the world of chess sports is not just a formality, it's an inspiration for millions, a revival of excitement and passion for chess. Open a new, brilliant chapter in the history of chess, where intellect, creativity, and the unbeatable human spirit once again take center stage. Embrace the challenge of the future, and let Joker Chess 9x9x9 become a symbol of a new era of human excellence.